You got to respect people who turned the lights on for you.
Mase taught me how to rap, and Cam always made sure I was on every single album he had. There would be no Jim Jones if it wasn't for them guys.
1 hour later.
And it's good to hear you give Mase his flowers.
I ain't giving no flowers. I love to hate, because I'm a hater myself.
You don't think Pusha T should be on the greatest 50 rappers of all time list?
How? What has he done? What has he done that puts him in the greatest rappers of all time besides talk about that he probably didn't kiss?
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections.
This is exactly why Jim Jones spiraled. Again, Pusha T wasn't just rapping, he was staring straight through the screen like he was talking directly to Jim's soul.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's what they want.
He basically called Jim out for ducking the spirit of repossession after the bank snatched his house. That's next level disrespect. Straight up ruthless.
You was a fan. You begged us. You are a fan. A fan.
Pause, though. Get off my...
And as if that wasn't messy enough, Mase popped up in the mix literally with popcorn in hand, watching it all like it was a movie.
Pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. It seems to be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, well, here's the elephant. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whip.
But here's what's wild. After all that embarrassment, Jim still refuses to sit down and hold that L.
Yeah. You know, for you, where does Drake stand in hip-hop history, you know?
I would say he's the greatest of all time.
Nope. Instead of falling back, he clapped back with a freestyle and is now sneak dissing Pusha T and Mase all over Instagram.
Can you sing along the 5 Pusha T records right now? His records.
Yes.
Name
I love Pusha. Nostalgia.
Oh, you was a Pusha T fan.
If you know, you know.
I didn't know he had fans like that. Can you name 5 Pusha T records? No, his records.
See, but
no, can you? No, can you rap to 5 Pusha?
I can't rap 5.
All right, can you rap to 5? Wait. Can you rap? If 5 Pusha T records, not the records he's featured on, if 5 Pusha T records came on right now, could you rap them?
You could rap 5 Pusha T records?
Yeah.
No, could you could you rap 5 Pusha T records right now if they started playing?
What do you mean rap? Like the hook?
Could you sing them? You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that. But
top 50.
You haven't done that much for me in my life. Like I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment in my life. I never thought like you dig. Like where I'm from, want to be like you if you was really that dude and that rapper and things
Wayne
like that.
wanted to be like Pusha. He was influenced by Pusha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's why Pusha did the Mr. Me Too record.
Okay, cool. You a very strong Pusha T fan. Nigga, you is nowhere near top 50. You top 950.
Man's really trying to fight shadows at this point, but best believe Cameron and Mase weren't gonna let that slide. They're tag teaming this whole thing and making sure Jim feels the heat.
I think Pusha T should be on the greatest 50 rappers of all time list?
Ow. What has he done? What has he done that puts him in the greatest rappers of all time besides talk about that he probably didn't kiss? What has he done? Nobody has dressed like him. Nobody wants to be like Pusha T. No, I don't remember nothing. And let's not be evil, but we don't talk about rap where that's popping want to be like. I don't know too many in this game that was leaning towards being like Pusha T. I don't know no records they play in the club or Pusha T. They don't play outside. NBA Youngboy before Pusha T.
That's wild, Jim. That's
NBA Youngboy before Pusha
crazy.
T?
That's crazy. What do you... What?
Nah, Jim just trying to get everybody mad.
Pusha T around out here. You heard?
Jim trying to get everybody mad. That Jim's... look at him. Look at him laughing.
But that's what I'm trying. That's how I feel about Pusha T being on top.
Now let's talk about how Pusha straight violated Jim on NPR's Tiny Desk. Him and his brother Malice brought the Clips energy back full force during their comeback album rollout, Let God Sort 'Em Out. The performance, pure fire. But the most savage moment had to be Chains and Whip, their collab with Kendrick Lamar.
Shit was trash, we gon' let them get a do-over. They got you gas, you must think that you the new Hover. You a 4.0, I jumped in a new Rover. Your brother still jumping in bed and you tell him move over. These two roast don't know what to do on no raid. Kanye gave you whips, but that's what they do to the slave.
That track right there, Pusha and Malice tore Jim apart bar for bar. No mercy.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
If you watched both the Tiny Desk performance and the Genius lyric breakdown, then you already know Pusha T didn't even blink.
How you doing, man? Yes, play oh, what's happening? Oh man, this is crazy, man. All right. Oh man. Okay.
It's what they want.
No hesitation, no nerves, just straight bars with a cold stare like he was looking through Jim Jones's soul.
I watched Mase on cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time. You heard? Like I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man. You heard? Is that I wasn't there for every single thing. Buddy Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should. Like that, like being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like he was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible, but Mase had got that money and lost his mind.
And that twisted little grin, yeah, he meant every single word. The way Push handled Jim, that wasn't just rap, it was surgical.
Mase needed to go on a diet. He needed to get his life together. He needed to go to the doctor and get a physical. He looked terrible, bad body, back. Nigga look big around the neck, waist look crazy. I'm body shaming this. You heard? He need to go get his shit together, get on the treadmill, do some push-ups, do something. You heard? Especially if you're playing with me. You go, you did?
Every line hit like a calculated slap. And honestly, Jim brought it all on himself. This is what happens when you come for Pusha T with no real reason, just because you're trying to ride for Drake like it's your job.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all. Right. So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mase be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one. Mm-hmm. And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot murder to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. You gotta watch and see how he responds. When you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Give me this, get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things, I just threw it out.
And that brutal line on Chains and Whips where Pusha says, we all in the room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element? That was a direct shot at Jim. He was clowning him for begging Drake for a feature. So hard that Jim even started calling Drake the greatest rapper of all time. Like he forgot who he was overnight.
They got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause though. Get off my dick. It's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit. like that.
Jim went full lapdog mode for Drake, barking at Pusha nonstop after Billboard dropped that top 50 greatest rappers list and put Pusha T at number 29. Jim got salty fast. He ran to the Breakfast Club talking wild, saying Pusha didn't even deserve a spot in the top 50.
This what we wearing. Was it
I created the aesthetic.
Okay.
For the diplomats. You heard? Dan and Cam's pink. You heard? He'd tell you.
Nah.
All right. Sooner or later, he gonna have to tell it. Where he got the pink from.
And just when people thought he might chill, nah. He doubled down on the Rap Caviar podcast, saying Push hasn't done anything major for the culture.
You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, man. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you.
Pusha T clearly struck a nerve with that savage verse on chains and whips, Galen, because Jim Jones already came swinging back with a freestyle. But here's the plot twist. That freestyle, it's 2 years old. Yeah, you read that right. Jim didn't just cook this up after the Tiny Desk fallout. He recorded that track back when the original beat leaked 2 years ago. So how did Jim even get his hands on it?
Mase, myself, Big L, even though Mase and Big L on the same page, Bloodshed, my man Herb McGruff, we were super duper popping in the street prior to the internet. Everybody knew we was about to get a record deal. Everybody knew this, nigga. It wasn't no secret. Basically, you heard our freestyles and you came up to me one day when I was chilling in front of the house, you said, and this word to my dead mother, yo, man, I heard the freestyles, y'all killing. Yo, you know my grandmother died. If y'all wanna come by and just hang out, y'all could, y'all more than welcome. We like, all right, Jomo, thanks. It didn't really make sense at the time because we like, yo, man, where's Jomo inviting us to his house for? Even though he cool. But it didn't make sense to be going to Jomo's house. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like your couch, you was a fan. You begged us, you are a fan.
Come on.
A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox.
Well, after Clips walked the Louis Vuitton runway to a preview of Chains and Whips, part of the track leaked online. Jim snatched the beat quick and dropped a freestyle like he had something to prove. Fast forward to now, and Jim's still out here refusing to fall back. Right after Clips' Tiny Desk performance started blowing up online, Jim jumped on Instagram, threw shade at Pusha, and reposted that old freestyle like it was brand new heat. He even captioned it, "I thought we addressed this already. He gonna need a bigger desk because that one was too tiny. This is surgical. I'm not a storyteller, I'm a life liver. And your brother is still a friend to me, LOL."
You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. You ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down.
But the internet? Oh, they were not feeling it. Even Jim's own followers started roasting him in the comments. One wrote, "You got triggered and smoked so bad, you re-uploaded a diss from last year." Another clowned him for flexing about the enamel on his chains, saying, "No names and you bragging about necklace enamel?" And someone else straight up told him, "Jealousy turns into obsession. Give it up, man. You reaching."
I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If I agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you.
And it's not just the fans dragging him either. Cameron and Mase chimed in too. Given their messy history with Jim, you already know they're loving every second of this drama. So why was Mase laughing like he just watched the funniest movie ever? Because this beef runs deep. Mase, Cameron, and Jim Jones all came up out of Harlem together. At least that's how Jim tells it.
His red body, he looked like when they be like big, fat, bad body
taco eating, stew. That's what he reminded me of. Slap the popcorn out of me. Let me stop.
But Cam, he's got his own version of the story, and we'll get into that in a minute. Back in the day, all three were part of a rap crew called Children of the Corn in the mid-90s. They were just kids chasing the dream, and Mase was the first one to blow up. He signed to Bad Boy Records and turned into a star almost overnight. That's when, according to Jim, things got weird. Jim says the fame changed Mase, said Mase started acting brand new, especially toward Cam'ron. Jim told the whole story on Justin LeBoy's Respectfully show earlier this year. He claimed he personally watched Mase talk slick about Cam after he got on, and that moment made him lose all respect for him, straight up. While Mase was climbing the charts under Diddy's wing, Cam was still out here hustling. But when Cam finally got his shine, he made sure to bring Jim along for the ride. That's how Dipset was born, out of loyalty and grit. Meanwhile, Mase dipped out of the game. After all that shady business with Diddy, he left the rap world to become a pastor. But he didn't stay gone for long. He popped back up years later trying to tap back into the rap wave. But Jim, he wasn't buying none of it. To him, Mase looked like he was playing both sides, one day preaching, the next day rapping, depending on where the spotlight was shining. Sure, Mase and Cam'ron had their fair share of drama in the past, but in 2022, they squashed all that and teamed up to launch their hit sports podcast, It Is What It Is. That reunion, it rubbed Jim the wrong way. He wasn't feeling the love at all. Jim got bitter and started throwing low-blow jabs again, this time mocking Mase's looks and saying he needed to hit the gym and go on a diet. But come on, you know Mase and Cam weren't just gonna sit there and let that slide. So what did they do? They brought in the pettiest weapon they could find, none other than Jim's longtime rival, 50 Cent, as a guest on their podcast. And they didn't waste time either. Cam casually threw out a spicy question asking Mase why, back in 2007 when Dipset and G-Unit were beefing, Jim randomly pulled up at one of 50's shows. It was a setup, no doubt. Cam lobbed that question up like an alley-oop, knowing 50 was gonna slam it down, and he did just that. Jim, of course, couldn't stay quiet. He popped off during his sit-down with Justin LeBoy, calling out both Cam and 50 for bringing up his name. He made it crystal clear he feels like they owe him some serious respect and a few favors while they're at it. Then Jim really started talking spicy. He took full credit for Dipset's whole aesthetic, claiming he was the mastermind behind the movement. He even said that he was the one who inspired Cam's iconic pink fur coat look. But Cam? Yeah, he wasn't letting that slide for 1 second. He clapped back immediately on the podcast and broke Jim's whole Dipset legacy down piece by piece. Cam'ron wasn't holding back. He went straight for Jim's origin story and called him out for lying about being from Harlem. Cam made it real clear Jim wasn't one of the day one riders. According to him, they weren't in the trenches together like that, and Jim only came around later. He wasn't part of the original Children of the Corn lineup, just a late addition, not core crew. Then Cam really shut it down when Jim claimed he saw Mase son him back in the Bad Boy days. Cam checked that fast. He said Jim wasn't even there. He said by the time Jim showed up, Children of the Corn already had buzz, and Jim was just hanging around like a fan. And Cam kept dropping facts. He reminded everyone that it was actually Mase who taught Jim how to rap in the first place. And to back it up, Cam pulled receipts, clips where Jim himself admitted it. There's no spinning that. But honestly, the funniest part of the whole episode, those random shots of Mase casually eating popcorn and almost choking from laughing too hard. He didn't even have to say anything. Just sitting there, cracking up, and it still got under Jim's skin. Jim got so pressed he went online and said he'd slap the popcorn out of Mase's hands. Like, bro, you really let silent laughter get you heated? But don't think this is over. Jim's not finished. He's now teaming up with Drake for his new album Iceman, and word on the street is he's got something lined up for everybody who's crossed him, Pusha, Mase, and Cam. And there's one track in particular that insiders are saying could flip this whole situation upside down. This drama's far from done, so make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video if you're loving the heat. We'll catch you on the next one.